And Yahweh spoke to Moshe after the death of the two sons of Aaron, when they drew near before Yahweh and died.
And Yahweh said to Moshe, Speak to Aaron your brother not to come in at all times to the Kadesh place inside the veil, before the lid of atonement, which is on the ark, lest he die, because I appear in the cloud above the lid of atonement. With this, Aaron should come into the Kadesh place with the blood of a young bull as a sin offering and a ram as a burnt offering. He should put on the Kadesh linen long shirt with the linen trousers on his flesh, and gird himself with a linen girdle, and be dressed with the linen turban. They are Kadesh garments. And he shall bathe his body in water, and shall put them on. And from the congregation of the children of Israel he takes 2 male goats as a sin offering, and 1 ram as a burnt offering. And Aaron shall bring the bull as a sin offering, which is for himself, to make atonement for himself and for his house. And he shall take the 2 goats, and let them stand before Yahweh at the door of the tent of appointment. And Aaron shall cast lots for the 2 goats, one for Yahweh and the other for Azazel. And Aaron shall bring the goat on which the lot for Yahweh fell, and shall prepare it as a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot for Azazel fell is caused to stand alive before Yahweh, to make atonement upon it, to send it into the wilderness to Azazel. And Aaron shall bring the bull for the sin offering which is for himself, and make atonement for himself and for his house, and shall slaughter the bull as a sin offering, which is for himself, and shall take the fire holder filled with burning coals of fire from the altar before Yahweh, with his hands filled with sweet incense beaten fine, and shall bring it inside the veil. And he shall put the incense on fire before Yahweh, and the cloud of the incense shall cover the lid of atonement, which is on the witness, lest he die. And he shall take some of the blood of the bull and sprinkle it with his finger on the lid of atonement on the east side. Also in front of the lid of atonement he sprinkles some of the blood with his finger 7 times. And he shall slaughter the goat of the sin offering, which is for the people, and shall bring its blood inside the veil, and shall do with the blood as he did with the blood of the bull, and sprinkle it on the lid of atonement and in the front of the lid of atonement. And he shall make atonement for the Kadesh place, because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and because of their transgressions and all their sins. And he does for the tent of appointment, which is dwelling with them in the midst of their uncleanness. And no man shall go into the tent of appointment when he goes in to make atonement in the Kadesh place, until he comes out, and he shall make atonement for himself, and for his household, and for all the assembly of Israel. And he shall go out of the altar that is before Yahweh, and make atonement for it. And he shall take some of the blood of the bull, and some of the blood of the goat, and put it on the horns of the altar all around. And he shall sprinkle some of the blood on it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and kadosh it from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. And when he has finished atoning for the Kadesh place, and the tent of appointment, and the altar, he shall bring the live goat. Then Aaron shall lay both his hands on the head of the live goat, and shall confess over it all the wickednesses of the children of Israel, and their transgression and all their sins, and shall put them on the head of the goat, and shall send it away into the wilderness by the hand of a fit man. And the goat shall bear on itself their wickednesses to a land cut off. Thus shall he send the goat away into the wilderness. Aaron shall come into the tent of appointment, and shall take off the linen garments, which he put on when he went into the Kadesh place, and shall leave them there. And he shall bathe his body in water in the Kadesh place, and shall put on his garments, and shall come out to prepare his burnt offering and the burnt offering of the people, and make atonement for himself and for the people, and burn the fat of the sin offering on the altar. And he who sent away the goat to Azazel washes his garments, and shall bathe his body in water, and afterward he comes into the camp. And the bull for the sin offering, and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make atonement in the Kadesh place, and brought outside the camp, and they shall burn their skins and their flesh and their dung with fire. And he who burns them washes his garments, and shall bathe his body with water. And afterwards he comes into the camp. And this shall be a law for you, a law forever. In the 7th month, on the 10th day of the month, you afflict your beings, and do no work, the native or the stranger who sojourns among you. For on that day he makes atonement for you, to cleanse you, to be clean from all your sins before Yahweh. It is a Shabbat of rest to you, and you shall afflict your beings, a law forever. And the Cohen who is anointed and ordained to serve as Cohen in his father's place shall make atonement, and shall put on the linen garments, the Kadesh garments. And he shall make atonement for the Kadesh Mikdash, and make atonement for the tent of appointment, and for the altar, and make atonement for the Kohanim, and for all the people of the assembly. And this shall be for you a law forever, to make atonement for the children of Israel, for all their sins once a year. And he did as Yahweh commanded Moshe.